Hey, what's up guys? My name is WillyG. I'm going to be bringing you guys a couple replays of my Artifact Inzektor deck. If you don't already know what it does, you should probably watch my video that I recently released as well, and it will give you a pretty good explanation of what it does. But this is a couple videos just showing off what it can do, and just let me know what you guys think. So getting right into it, I opened up pretty awful. You don't want to open up all 3 7P because it hurts your OTK potential. But I'm fighting against Light Swarm, so I don't know how good my chances are. I decided that my best first turn play is to get as much damage on board as physically possible. So I do just that. I attack him directly for 24, no fear. I have Sanctum in Aegis, so I feel pretty comfortable, especially considering he decided to pop my Aegis with MST, so it was either my Sanctum, this, or this, and I feel like he was most comfortable with popping just one of my 2 sets. So right here, as I explained even earlier in the video, like I was explaining, first replay, guy has Dark Hole. He kills my one dude. I get it back. Then he proceeds to do some convoluted play. I mean, I don't understand why he played Plague Spreader specifically, but I guess I can understand, especially if you're gonna mill different things with it. And then he realized that he couldn't go into his extra deck because Scythe effect went off earlier, and he couldn't get over my dudes because my booty was too big and his attack was too high. For my most recent one I just did, Artifacts versus Fortune Ladies, I thought this was a really interesting move because Fortune Ladies are unique and the tech that you can run in them is pretty cool. I think this card's really good. Fortune's Future. It's very, very, very powerful. Why I just let his effect go off is because it doesn't target. And if I responded with one of them, he probably would have popped my other ones. So I was just banking on him hitting 2 out of 3 back row, being the same one, and I would get rid of his field spell with that. I didn't open up very strong, but I did have answers and responses just in case he went to do some really cheeky play. I didn't want him to get that effect off, so I decided to MST that early. I was really hoping that I would make him not draw into a Magician, or a Spellcaster, and I guess I didn't realize just how many cards in his deck were Spellcasters, but it was close. It was very close. This was a very unique card for me to see. Not only can you get your effects off, you can get your draw card activated, but it also makes your opponent have to wait to deal with something. I actually think this was the wrong play to make. I probably should have went for a Gigamantis and then try to equip it to something. Maybe hope for a proc or something. I just tried to get as much damage on board as I could. I thought it was difficult, but I did some. I started getting a little bit more worried because I realized that this is slowly getting bigger, and if he can just summon one more monster at this time, he would have been fine. But he decides to go for the one that was just a little bit bigger. And I stopped being scared at this point. I have plenty of back row to deal with everything, and I was just surprised that he played Dark Bribe. I figured cards like Wiretap were much more prevalent still, rather than people playing Dark Bribe, but I guess I was wrong at the point. I like that effect a lot, Fiendish Chain against this deck, because their attack is technically 0, because it's question mark, but because of how their effects are, they gain attack. So even making things like Ragnar Zero against this deck would be good. This was a misclick. I didn't mean to switch him into defense position, but in the end it didn't really matter. So what I'm doing here is I'm upping my levels. I decided to make Adrius to get back my one monster, and then I just equipped a Ladybug to it so that I could get it into Shark Fortress, so I could have enough damage on board to be able to finish him off. And as soon as he realized that I was going to attack him twice with this, he immediately scooped. And this one should work. If it doesn't, then I apologize in advance. Very interesting. I like this card a lot in the main deck. I don't think it's good against everything, but it's definitely really good against some things like Necros and such. What I did here was I decided to start going for my draw engine because I didn't know if he had his back row set or not. So I kind of chanced it. This is a earlier version where I tried out Caduceus to see just how far I could go. And I decided I wanted to draw a bunch of cards. So he tries to get that effect off, and I just don't care. I was like, you can get my free Call of the Haunted Bob. That's fine with me. So I drew 2 cards because I played this the turn before. And now I have Durandal. I can make him pop my set card. And I can just make it big. He didn't have Honest, and he realized that nothing he could have done there would have made a difference. So he decided to scoop. I would have loved to show you guys this one. It was the quote-unquote perfect Inzektor OTK, when your opponent has more than 9,000 life and you want to just deal all of it in one turn. I think I opened up the right cards, though. Yeah, I opened up with Dragonfly Hornet, and then I believe I top-decked Gigamantis with the upstart or my next turn, because he went first. Other than that, I don't really have anything else for you guys. Leave a comment section. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I lied. If I could make a Yu-Gi-Oh meme, it would be like Reading Rainbow 101. This is probably the perfect example of that. It's how people don't know what a deck does, so they'll be ignorant to like understanding it. Some people who don't know what like Burning Abyss does, so they decide to bash it and say that's stupid or broken. And I don't think that I don't really agree with those, but I think like the most pertinent thing that people need to know besides how chain links work is just being able to read a card and understand what it will do right out of the gates. Like, if you can look at a card and not know an archetype, and you can understand how its effect would work with other cards in the same set, if you only see like 2 or 3 cards, then you can accurately devise a strategy against a deck. And it doesn't even have to be professional. You could just be like run-of-the-mill average Joe. But because the guy didn't read what Artifact Scythe did, he just saw, oh, it looks cool. He decided to overextend into his Plague Spreader in attack mode. He decided to go for a Lumina play. He decided to not do something else that was more defensive, and it would have cost him the game immediately afterwards, because he knew I had the Centipede. He knew I had this, so I would have been able to attack him directly twice with Shark Fortress and really hit his life points, like really, really bad. And I could have, like after that Centipede, I could have additionally searched for, Excalibur. I could have searched for Dragonfly, whatever I needed at that point. I could have searched for Gigamantis if I really wanted to, but he did not respond the way he should have, so he got savaged. Other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Otherwise, this is WillyG signing out.